Hello and welcome back to my channel. For this video, I am doing some little critter ice cream cones. For the first die sets that I'm using ice cream, use cream, and this will be for all of them. And then I have the Spellbinders die set called Tucks, and this one's just a little penguin. So my first ice cream cone is going to be penguins. I'm using my YR markers here. I had to refill this one. I'm really bad about refilling my markers, and I don't have refills for many of them. But anyway, I showed you 3 colors. I did not use the darkest color. I did not need to. It's just the colors that I tend to pick for any kind of baked good, I guess. I'm just keeping the shading a little bit darker at the very top of each little diamond shape. So my first penguin is going to be blue. Originally, I thought I would just do one, and then I had so much fun with this that I decided I was going to make a whole bunch. So for this one, it's actually my BG markers, and I kept the shading pretty minimal because I wanted most of the focus to be on the face. So from that die set, I did nope, already messing up. I did cut the main face portion, the eyes, and the beak, and I used the same die set for the eyes for all of my critters, but I move on to other dies. Anyway, I added a little bit of blue to the beak, and that was just to make it look not so out of place with the blue ice cream. Now I moved on to my little red violet ice cream penguin, and this marker was kind of dry too, so I need to get a lot of refills. That's gonna have to wait. Adulting, it's not very fun. And something I do on all of the little ice cream scoops is add some dots, and this is mostly just to give it a little bit of texture so it doesn't look so flat. I didn't really want to make it too realistic looking, not that I'm sure I could, but I wanted it to, you know, read ice cream but not realistic, since nothing about this is realistic. For the little pink one, I decided to give her some eyelashes, so I now have a girl and a boy penguin. Oh, yep, and there's my toddler. He approved of my little ice cream critters. So for my next card, I am using various dies. Obviously the ice cream scoop and the cone are all the same. This yellow one will be my bunny. And I looked through my dies and I realized that the little popsicle stick from the ice cream use cream die set looked pretty similar to bunny ears, so I just figured I would work with those. And for the little nose and mouth piece, that actually came from the Woodland Critter Huggers die set. That's also by Fawn. Again, the eyes are from that Tucks die set from Spellbinders. That was the only die set that I used, other than the circle dies, that was not Fawn. One thing I wish I had done was make the bunny ears just a tad shorter, but that was more for fitting it on the card. For my bear, I am using BV colors. Since I had my toddler with me this whole time I was crafting, I decided to ask him what color I should do the things, and he said he thought the bear should be purple. He also said the cat should be pink. So if you approve of these colors for these specific animals, well, you can credit my toddler for that. He has been at my desk since I cleaned it off. He wants to sit there and, I'd say, craft with me, but he mostly just messes with everything. All right, for my color combinations, if I don't show you a specific set of colors, it's most likely that they've been ones I've used already. So the R30, I used it for the ears on the bunny, and I showed it again for the bear. I actually had to go a little bit darker for the ears of the cat, and you'll see that in a little bit. But these ears were just circles, along with the muzzle. It was just a circle from a die set that had smaller circles. So any circle die set and this ice cream set, and you can make a bear. All right, my pink is my cat. And the little ears for this one are actually from the outside in stitched pumpkin die set from Fawn. It has a jack-o'-lantern face, and I felt like those worked pretty well as cat ears. And last but not least is my little frog. For this one, I used the circles for like the bulging part of the eyes on the head. And then I did the pupils as the little tucked eyes. That sounds weird. The eyes from the little penguin die set from Spellbinders. I used those as the pupils. I was not originally sure about that, but since they all had those eyes, I just went with that anyway. This one was a little tricky. I wasn't sure exactly where I should put them. And when I add the pupils, it kind of looked a little like he maybe should have eyelids. And I tried to sort of mimic that a little bit. I tried to add a little bit of shading here. I was kind of playing around with it, and then I hated it, so I just decided to color it all in, make it a little bit darker. And then the mouth is from the Woodland Critter Huggers as well, but this was supposed to actually be like a closed eye, I think. But I used it for a smile. Here I played around with stacking them and decided I didn't like that because of the ears. You kind of lost details that way. This is the little drip and the little top of the ice cream cut out together from that ice cream U-Scream set. I'm just coloring it like a chocolate drip. It's going to go on one of my critters' heads. And I didn't show the colors for this, but it's the E family, so it was E23, E25, and E29, I believe. I tried to leave a little bit of the light color around the edges to make it look like it was shiny. And I also tried to leave like a little highlight kind of in the center at the top. And then I glued it to my kitty's head. Now, tragedy happened today while I was die cutting. I lost my cherry, like the die. I had just cleaned all my stuff up and I was trying to die cut the cherry. And the die flipped behind my 8-cube organizer, and I pulled that thing out and I looked for it and I can't find it. I heard it hit, I seen it fly back there, and I just can't find it. So that sucks. This is the only cherry die I have from Fawn, so I don't even know if they have any other sets with it up there. Due to that incident, I couldn't cut any more cherries, so that was the only cherry that made its appearance on my card, which is a little disappointing. For the bunny, I decided I would cut the sprinkles out, and I have just colored them with, I think it was the middle color in each of the color blends, minus the yellow. And I did add some brown sprinkles for like a chocolate sprinkle, just to try to tie in the brown, but I did not love it. So you'll see me put them up here, but off camera, I did pull them off, and then I just covered them up with white sprinkles, because I felt like that looked better with the little pastel color scheme I had going. Now for the frog, I decided I would do chocolate sprinkles because, well, all I could think was mint chocolate chip, but I don't really have any Fawn chocolate chips. Now I know I do have some in the Pie Perfection collection die set somewhere, I'm pretty sure, but I didn't want to dig that one out, so I just went with what I had in front of me. To darken the eyes and the noses, I'm using a black glaze pen, and for the bunny nose, since it's pink, I am using the clear glaze pen. Moving on to my background, I have cracked pistachio, shaded lilac, saltwater taffy, and squeezed lemonade distress oxides. And I'm just squishing them onto a block. You've seen this before. I'm going to spray it with water, and then I'm going to like tap the paint brushes over my paper to give it a splatter effect with all of the colors. And here comes my little buddy again. He stole my water bottle. He loves playing with that thing. Now I adhered my panel onto a card base, and I'm just going to glue my little critter cones straight down to the card panel. I did contemplate popping them up on foam tape, but I didn't think that would look the best. So here I have my paint splatter background stencil from Fawn. This is one of the new release items. And I have my card base, and I have done a little bit of a border with some tape. I'm using Picked Raspberry, Distress Oxide, and Mermaid Lagoon, and I'm just inking up my stencil, and I'm going to meet them in the middle, which will kind of create a little bit of a purple shade. Now, as you can see, the little bear dishes to, well, what was my right, they keep moving around. Yep, that's my little buddy. Like I said, he made this whole process a little bit more difficult than it had to be because he kept wanting to play with things and, you know, be a part of everything. It's cute, but he made things take longer than they normally would. After I adhere my little penguin ice cream cones down, I then used my Scripty Sweet die set from Fawn, and I have cut out 2 white ones. One I colored with my C9 marker, and this will be my little backdrop shadow piece. And then this other one, I am using some of the colors from each of the critters, and I am making little sprinkles all over the word sweet. I wasn't 100% sold on this when I finished it, but I didn't really have a lot of time to continue to play around with it. So those got glued down. I didn't add any additional pieces, not pizza. I'm not even hungry, you guys. Anyway, I didn't add anything else to that card for the sentiment. And for this one, this little penguin one, I used the Milk and Cookie stamp set, and I stamped and cut out the words Sweet Wishes. And that is both of my cards finished. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope it inspires you to look at your products in a different way. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll be back with another video soon. Bye!